Hello, River Landing. It's time for chair yoga. Good to have you here with me today. I'm Jill Lindstrom. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm the wellness assistant here at River Landing, and right now I'm the instructor teaching the classes. So good to have you here with me today. We do need our strap today. We're going to be working on some hip stretches and some things like that. And today is Friday, so we'll work a little bit on piriformis and stretching through the hips. So let's start just in a good posture. So sitting up nice and tall. Good. Bring yourself so that your knees and ankles are in line, toes are forward, and hips, shoulders, and ears are in line. Good. Keeping that chin just that little bit tucked back. Good. Take a breath here. And relax. Let's close our eyes just for a minute and breathe a couple of breaths. Nice big breaths into the belly, helping us bring our focus into the room. Good. So a couple of weeks ago, we had our worry box, and we took our worry box and we put it up on a shelf. Good. At the end of class today, I think we have some new worries and some new things that have happened, so we're going to open the box up and we're going to shove all the new worries in and put the box back. So just be prepared for that. So start thinking about all the things you want to put in your worry box, and we're going to put it away on a high shelf. So let's take a big deep breath and let it go. Good. And another big deep breath. And let it go. This time we're going to change the focus. So we're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it forward with a nice straight spine. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it forward with that nice straight spine. Good. Keep it going. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Good. I think that's better. Inhale, lift. Let's hold this one here. Hold it here. Hold it. We're going to push that chest a little bit toward those thighs. Breathe. And relax. Good. One more time. Big breath. And relax. Good. Now swing it up big. Reach cactus pose right here. Good. Squeeze those shoulder blades back together. Good. Now let's bring those arms right in line with the body. And then let's take those arms and we're going to bring them out with the palms up. Take a look. Your palms should be facing the ceiling. If they aren't, try to roll through the shoulder and get them there. Some of us can't anymore, and that's okay. That's okay. But it's an effort that we try to do, is opening the chest, opening that shoulder, trying to keep ourselves with a good posture. Good. Let's take our left arm and we're going to bring it right here. We're going to slide it down the leg and look up. Good. If that hurts your shoulder, we can bring the hand to the hip. One more breath here. Let's inhale, open it up, and go to that other side. Reach, stretch. Good. And bring it all the way back to the center. Let's open it right here. Good. Now let's stretch it forward. So stretch it forward, sit up nice and tall. We're going to reach like we're diving down towards those toes. Keep the head and chest lifted. Breathe. If you have problems with dizziness, or you just had glaucoma or any surgeries in your eyes, I don't want you to bring your head down. For those of you that can, and it's okay, we're going to bring that head down. Curling through the spine. Tuck your chin. One more breath here. Good. Now let's inhale and come all the way up. Good. Let's start working a little bit on those hips and thighs here. So, and we'll do a little bit standing today as well. So I want you to, some of us have legs on the chair, so I want you to bring the one leg to the front, but I'm kind of facing the center, if you will. So I haven't turned here. I'm right to the center. We're going to brace right here and reach it out, feeling that stretch right in the hamstring. Hamstrings can make for tight backs and tight hips. So we're going to start with that reach right here. We're anchored on the other side, being protective of the back, keeping the chest forward. Good. I bet you feel that stretch in that thigh. So we're going to inhale, pushing through your foot that was on the floor. We're going to reach it out open. Good, now bring it back to the center, anchor on that side, reach it, stretch it out, stretch through the chest, keep the hips and shoulders and ears in line. So don't tuck your head, no tucking of the head, keep that head lifted. Good, this time we're gonna inhale, we're gonna lift up, now we turn towards that long leg, and we're gonna reach for that long leg. Now you might feel a little precarious in this position, so I'm gonna scoot back a little bit because I feel like I might slide off. Good. So you do what feels right for you. We could actually reach with both hands here if you feel safe. Really stretching into that hamstring. Big deep breaths, big breaths. Good, keep holding, one more breath there. All right, and then let's walk it up and bring it in. Good, let's rock it just a little bit. Just let some of the burn go away from stretching so long on that one side. And then we're going to go to the other side. So we sit up nice and tall. We put that one leg out nice and long. Good. And we start facing the middle. Okay, so we're going to anchor right here. We're going to stretch through the spine. Reach. Hold it right here. Good. Hold it right here. Feel that stretch in the hamstring. I really feel it right here. Keeping that spine nice and straight. Let's inhale. We push through our anchored arm. We reach it up and open. Bring it back. We're going to reach it back to the front. Hold it here with a breath. Feeling that nice stretch. Good, we're going to inhale, lift that arm up. Now is when we turn to the front leg. Now, this could make us feel a little unstable. So if you need to, you could even hold on to the chair, right? So that would be an option. Or we could take both hands and we're going to grab that foot right here. So you choose what feels safer for you. One more breath here. Good, let's walk it up. Bring it all the way up, good. All right, so let's march it out. We're gonna go ahead and stand up and do a little stretching up at the top, and then we're gonna get back, we're gonna use the strap, and we're gonna do a little bit more through those hips and the side muscles. So let's kick it out, get that blood come into those lower extremities. Now let's plant your feet. Let's go ahead and stand up. And we're going to come right behind the chair. So I'm going to turn my chair so that you can see me, but you can stay facing the television so that you know what I'm doing, okay? So you can really see it, because anytime we turn our head, it's harder, isn't it? So it's better to look at it straight on. So let's start with the easy rock. We're going to go toes to heels. Just toes to heels right here, easy rock, working a little bit of balance. If you wanted to, right now we're really not rocking far back or far forward, so we could let go. Just working our balance. All right, now let's go ahead and take one step backward, and we're going to get the hips involved in that stretch here. So we're going to push forward with our hips just a little bit with a look up, and then we're going to push back with the hips, a little look down, lift the toes. Good, so this becomes kind of an up dog and kind of a down dog, right? It's a little modified. Up and back. Good, up and back one more time. Bring it up, hold it up, a little bit of a back bend. If you're comfortable, we could reach an arm up and bring it down. And then reach the opposite arm forward here as we go into that down dog. Good, all right. So I want you to still stand behind your chair, but I'm going to come to the side of my chair here, staying here so you can see me. So simple thing we're going to do right here, we're going to just inhale and lift, and exhale, and we're going to come down halfway. Hands on the hips, hands on the thighs. Stick that bottom back right here. So happy dog tail, you should be able to wag it, right? Should be able to wag that tail. We could be here with our hands on the chair if that's where you're more comfortable. Good, and then let's inhale and come all the way up. Now let's turn our chair towards us. So for those of you that are facing the television, I want you to turn your chair so the seat of the chair is facing your knees, okay? For those of us that are going on this side, I'm going to go over here on the side so you can see. All right, so here we go. So we're going to do that bend again, but this time we're going to come down to the chair. So we're going to inhale. Good. Exhale, I want you to come down to that chair. Good. So right here, we can do a little bit of cat and cow work. So we're going to curl through the spine, pushing through the hands. Feet are right below your hips. Adjust if you need to. And then exhale and sway your back. Inhale and lift. Exhale, sway your back. Inhale, curl and lift. Let's do one more. Exhale, hold it right here. All right, and then bring that spine to neutral. Let's bend those knees, push yourself back, inhale, and come all the way up. Now we talk a lot about our tight hips, right? The next move we're going to do is a little bit more complicated, and for some of us, it's probably a no-go. So you listen to your body and do what you can. So the chair is right here. We have it for safety. We're going to take one foot and cross it in front of the other. Now, if you're a little closer to your chair, you have a touch point. You could put a knee on that chair if you wanted to. But you also might feel like you're too close. So you kind of gauge when you see where we're going. So we're going to inhale and lift. Good. Now remember, our hips are different, right? Because we've crossed those legs. We're going to swan dive down to that chair and stick that bottom back and feel the difference between when we did it with our legs parallel with each other and now they're crossed. So you should feel it a little deeper in one hip than the other. Keep your knees soft. Stick that bottom back. Soften your knees. Don't hurt your knees. Good. It'd be easy in this position to go ahead and straighten the legs out. So we're just going to pause right here. For those of you that want deeper, we could go to a forearm. Keep the chest forward. Keep the ears and the shoulders right in line with each other. We're stretching through that back hip. One more breath here. And then let's bring those hands to the chair. Uncross, bend your knees, uncross those feet. Push yourself back, inhale and come all the way up. How did that feel? Was it a little weird? Was it a little tight? Mine was really tight on one side. I could really feel it. So let's try the other foot. So the other foot is going to go to the front. You got to make sure, is that the way it just was? No. I got confused. Okay, so now you know what we're doing. You know where your spacing should be from the chair. Let's inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, swan dive down. Soft knees, soft knees. Keep them soft. Stick that bottom back. Good. I'm going to step back a little bit. All right. Push that chest forward. For those of you that want to go deeper, we could put those forearms on the chair. Good. Here we go. So forearms could go on the chair. Soft knees. Push that bottom back. Feel that stretch in that hip. It's a really deep stretch, isn't it? Nice stretch in that hip there. For those of you that are super flexible, you could actually do this and touch your toes. But for our purposes today, I felt this was safer. All right, now let's inhale, come up, soften through the knees, uncross, and put those feet on the floor. The weight goes back in that heel, and we're going to stand up. Good, and march it out. Good, maybe a little kick here. Okay, so earlier we did a simple version of an up dog, down dog, but let's do a little more complicated one now. So let's inhale and lift. Good. If you're seated in the chair, you can do some down dogs and up dogs in your chair. You know where to go if you've done this with me before. So take a step back, and we're going to push ourselves back into that down dog. Good. So if you're still seated in the chair, here's what a down dog looks like in the chair, right? Chest lifted, arms are out. An up dog would just bring us up here, okay? All right. So we're in that down dog. Hold it, breathe, stretch through that hip. Inhale, bring those hips forward, building some strength here in those forearms. Now, if that's too much, bring your feet underneath you. So that's one thing you could do to take some pressure off. So let's rock this back and forth just a little bit. So we go down dog, hold it. So I gotta adjust my feet, and then inhale, up dog, hold it. Good. And back and forth just a little bit, hold. And inhale and hold. Good, let's walk it forward. All right, now standing behind your chair, so turn your chair now so that you're facing the back of the chair. Lots of movement today with that chair, right? So we're gonna bring our feet out a little wide, and I want you to go ahead and turn your feet outward. And it should be wide enough so that you can rock back and forth, okay? Start slow, get a feeling for it. How does it feel? Does it feel okay? Does it hurt? If I push too hard, maybe then I don't push too hard, okay? So we're just gonna work that hip just that little bit. I want you to stop right here, pause, push that hip slightly back, lift that toe. Good, now bend at the waist just a little bit. Push that hip back. Good. Now I felt my standing leg automatically adjust a little bit so that my foot was in a position that felt better for my hip. So if that happens to you, that's okay. That's okay. We don't want to do anything that hurts. So come up. You're still behind the chair. You're holding that chair. We're going to slide it to the side. Today's about hips. We're going to lift that foot so it turns up so that it can go up to the sky. Breathing, one more breath, maybe a little bend and a little lean forward. All right, and then let's come all the way up. Let's march it out. Grab your strap and let's go ahead and have a seat back in that chair. Good. So we're going to do that whole hip series here in just a moment. But let's just do a quick shoulder stretch while we're here. So we're going to take the strap, bring it out as far as you can and put some tension in it. We're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to lift those arms up. So some of us can't get up here anymore. Maybe we're at a bend. Some of us can go further. So just hold it wherever you're comfortable. Sitting up nice and tall. Stretching through that chest. Some of us can even release the shoulders and go back a little further. Don't do this if you're not sure, right? There's a lot of movement in the shoulder that you need to make sure you have before you do that. Good. So do what you feel is right for you. Some of us have bone spurs and all kinds of things there. All right, and then let's bring it all the way back and roll those shoulders. Okay, so let's lasso one foot. And we're going to sit up as tall as we can. If you have to put your back on the chair, that's fine, but I want you to make sure that your tail feathers are all the way through the hole in the chair and you're sitting up tall, maybe even bracing yourself with a pillow. So we're going to start, let's hold the strap, one on each side. Good. I need a longer one. I actually have a yoga strap. Maybe I'll bring that the next time. So sitting up nice and tall, pull those shoulders back. Feel how just that made that stretch a little deeper. Now we're going to push your heel forward and your toes come to your face. So inhale. On the exhale, toes flex, heel pushes, and breathe. What's your knee doing? Don't lock it, but don't bend it. Your knee should be as straight as you can make it. Breathing, nice big deep breaths. Maybe we're leaning back just a little bit, but try to keep an upright posture so we're not leaning way back. The back's not on the chair. Okay, sometimes I'll tell you, I want your back on the chair. This is not one of those times. One more breath here. Good. Now let's take that strap. We're going to put that strap in the same hand as the leg we have extended, and I want you to sit as tall as you can. We can brace on the chair. If you have a chair with arms, you might actually have to come forward a little bit, right? So you choose what works for you. We're going to bring that leg to the side. Now elongate through the leg, keep the knees soft. So we lock it and then we let it off a hair. Good. For those of you that are comfortable, we're going to turn and twist. Big breath here. And then we're gonna bring the opposite hand, grab the strap. We're gonna lift and pull across. Now some of us can't do that anymore. We've had hip surgery or knee surgery and our body says, mm-mm. So you just do what feels right for you here. And we're gonna twist right here, twist. Sorry, I've gotta adjust there. There we go. And bring everything back to the center. Let's flex that foot. Good, sitting up nice and tall. We cross it at the knee. If you can't cross at the knee anymore, that's okay. We'll cross at the ankle, but we don't want this to be a stretch where it's lazy, so keep it open. So we're gonna turn right not right directionally, but we're gonna turn towards the knee that's crossed over, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe we're gonna anchor on the chair, one side or the other, because it might make us feel a little unstable. We're gonna push our chest towards our knee, right here, and breathe. Nice big deep breaths. Good. And then let's come up. Let's take our hand, we're gonna put it on our knee, bringing our torso to the front. We're gonna rock, push side. So side across, side back. It's a gentle push, I'm not pushing hard. I'm not trying to hurt myself, I'm just trying to stretch. Rocking it side to side. All right, hold it right here, sit up nice and tall. Can you turn and twist? And bring it back to the center and twist the other way. Good, and bring it back to the center. Now let's do that lean forward. Flex your top foot. This is that piriformis stretch, that sciatic nerve stretch, coming down as far as we can. To make it harder, we can bring our forearms down and push back just a little bit, making your chest come forward, deepening that stretch just that little bit. And then let's bring it up. Let's hold it in, hug it in. While we're here, let's point and flex that foot just a little bit, keeping that ankle flexible. And roll. I lost the music today again. I don't know why that's happening. I have to figure that out. All right, so let's do the other side. So we started with a lasso right here, lassoing that foot. Sitting up tall, however that looks for us, whether our back is on the chair or not, is up to you. So we're gonna bring that leg out nice and strong and long, holding it with that strap, taking that big deep breath. Exhale, push your heel away and flex your toes. Adjust there. Heel away, flex your toes. Breathing, nice big deep breaths. Good, don't lock out that knee, keep it soft. One more breath. All right, now take that strap, put the same strap in the same hand as a leg that's extended. We're sitting tall. We're gonna open it to the side and reach. Breathing, nice big deep breaths. Don't let that leg get too locked. Keep the knees soft. And bring it back to the center. Let's take that leg, we're gonna cross it over. Oh no, I missed one. You're right, sorry about that. Lift it up, oh, we're gonna cross here. So opposite hand, opposite leg. We lift, bring it up and across, sit tall into the stretch, turn and twist. And bring it back to the center. Let's take that leg now and cross it over, flexing that foot, sitting up nice and tall. And actually we started with turning towards that bent knee, lifting the chest like you're gonna try to lift your chest and put it right on that thigh or on that knee. Breathing. And then let's come up, the hand goes on the knee, and we rock side to side And you go as far as you're comfortable and back. As far as you're comfortable and back. Good, really working into that hip muscle. Good. And then let's hold it right in the center, doing that lean forward as our final piece of this. And if you want to make it deeper or stronger, here we go. Pushing that chest forward. Breathing, relaxing, softening through your hips, softening through your chest, relaxing. As relaxed as you can get in this position, right? All right, let's bring it up. Let's hug that knee in. Good, hold it right here. Good. Getting that nice stretch there. Let's point and flex those feet. Keeping them nice and flexible. And roll an ankle if you can do it here if you're not too pinned in. And roll the other way. Let's sit up tall. We've done a lot of one-sided things, so let's bring our legs out wide right here, and we're going to come forward. Remember my warnings or my cautions about dizziness or eye surgery, because we're going to come down a little further. So I want you to go ahead and come forward, and then if it's comfortable for you and you know you're safe, go ahead and let yourself come down a little further. Maybe you need a pillow or a block or a book to come to rather than the floor. So we're pushing our hips back into the chair, stretching through the spine. If you can, push through whatever you have your hands on and curl just that little bit. And then release and push that chest through and lift your head. Good, let's do that one more time. So we inhale, curl it all. And then exhale, sway our back right here. Good. From this position, let's lift our arm up to one side with a big stretch and a twist. And bring it down. Let's do the other side, stretch and twist. And bring it down. Now push through your feet, inhale and come all the way up. Reaching it up with a big shoulder roll. This class always goes so fast. All right, let's scoot it back. Bringing those hands to prayer, let's take those hands and just roll them as we relax back into that chair. Feeling stretched and feeling energized. Today is a beautiful day. The humidity has gone away a little bit. If you can get outside, get outside. All right, so let's make sure we have a comfortable posture, but we're not sitting in the bucket seat, so no slouching, right? So let's close our eyes for just a moment, and I want to take you back to about a month or so ago, and we found a shelf that was really high, and I've called maintenance, and they're coming to get that box down for you. So let's take some big deep breaths while they get the box down. It's our worry box. And I want you to breathe. Good. Now in your mind's eye, we're going to open up that box, and everything that's in there is still in there, right? But I want you to take any new worries that you've developed, anything new from all these things that are happening in our world today. Take those worries and put them in your box. Good. We're going to take a couple more breaths here. Some of us have bigger worries, right? So I want you to take them all. And I want you to feel the burden being lifted from your shoulders as you put those worries in your box. Good. Now, like any good packer, you have a list of what those worries are in your mind, right? Okay, keep the list so we know what's in the box. All right. Now, I've got some Gorilla Tape. It's even better than duct tape. And in your mind, I'm giving you the duct tape, the Gorilla Tape, and we are taping that box shut. Tape it shut. All those worries, all those things that bother you, that don't let you sleep, I want you to lock them in the box. Tape them shut. Good. All right, now, maintenance is lifting that box and they're putting it up on such a high shelf that you can't get those worries again. You can't get them. They're gone. We can't touch them anymore. Good. But in your hand you have that list, and miraculously when you look at it, it's now your prayer list. It's your prayer list of the things that you're going to pray about, the things that you're going to pray for. Good. Pray for the rioting to stop. Pray for your children to see you. Pray for your illnesses, all those kinds of things. We're not going to worry about them anymore because the worries are gone. They're in a box. But we have with us that prayer list, that firm foundation of knowing that we have a plan. Good. So with that, let's take a big deep breath. Inhale, open. Bring those hands up to prayer and bring those hands to your heart. I wish for you to have wonderful prayers, and don't go looking for that box. Look at your sheet, look at your prayers, and pray them every day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a fabulous weekend. Namaste.